Hey everyone, welcome to yet another video. This is Abhishek Pradhan and I welcome you all for today's video. In today's video, we are going to learn about a topic from English grammar. The topic is the different types of sentences. So let's get started. So we have four types of English sentences classified based on their purpose. First being the declarative sentences. These sentences are used to pass on a statement. Next, we have interrogative sentences. These sentences are used to question others. Then, moving on, we have imperative sentences. These sentences are used to pass on commands. And finally, we have exclamative sentences. These sentences are used to exclamate or express your thoughts or feelings that you have in mind through words. So, this is a table that shows form, function, examples, and final punctuations. Well, forms represents all the four types of sentences. The function have been stated correspondingly with an example. Moving on, let's talk about final punctuations. Final punctuations can further be expressed as one of the differentiation point that can differentiate these types of sentences. For example, now declarative sentence, as I've said, it is a statement. It has to end with a full stop. Whereas interrogative, they're questioning sentences. So it has to end with a question mark. Whereas imperative, there are commands. So it can have both exclamatory mark or a full stop. And moving on for the exclamative sentences, it has to end with an exclamatory mark. So now let's dig deeper into these type of sentences individually. So moving on, for our first type of sentence, we have declarative sentence. Well, declarative sentence is used to make a statement. They tell us something, give us information about something, and are generally ended with a full stop. The usual word order for declarative sentences, we have subject in the beginning followed with verb. Now let's understand whatever I have said with an example. I've stated that declarative sentences make a statement. Let me make a statement from a famous poem that we all love. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So let's analyze this sentence. See, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. I'm actually giving you an information. I'm telling you that Humpty Dumpty has sat on a wall. So what am I doing? I'm giving you information. I'm stating something. And by the end of this sentence, I need to end it with a full stop. So this is the basic structure or basic example that I can give for declarative sentence. Now sentences can be again of two types, be it positive or negative. Now, basically, positive sentences are those sentences where we don't use any negative sort of words like not, can't. All those things are avoided in positive sentences. Now, again, in declarative sentence, they can be both positive and negative. For example, I like coffee. That is the positive sentence. Whereas the negative sentence would be, I don't like coffee. Here, I'm again stating you, I'm providing you an information that I do not like coffee. So this is further an example of positive and negative declarative sentence. Now moving on to a second category of sentence, we have interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences ask a question. They ask us about something. These type of sentences surely requires an answer. And they always end with a question mark. The general word order of these type of sentences would be WH auxiliary word followed with a subject and a verb. Well, generally speaking of, interrogative sentences are those sentences which demands an answer at the end. So if you feel that your question, like the statement is demanding an answer from you, so that is interrogative sentence. Now let's look into some of the examples. Let's say, did you take your vitamin this morning? Well, this is a yes or no question and is demanding an answer in yes or no. Did you take a vitamin this morning? Yes, I have taken, or no, I haven't taken. So this is one of the type of an interrogative sentence. Even interrogative sentences have both positive and negative form. Positive, stating with an example would be, do you like coffee? The negative form would be, don't you like coffee? Now moving on to a third category, we have imperative sentences. Imperative sentences gives a command. They tell us to do something and they're generally ended with a full stop or either an exclamation mark as well. So you need to be really careful while judging which of the sentence is an exclamatory sentence or imperative sentence, because in both the cases we have exclamation mark. What generally people do is if they see an exclamatory mark at the end, yeah, they are pretty much sure that this is an exclamatory sentence, but it's not. there might be some chances that it might be imperative sentence as well. So you need to analyze your sentence. The usual word order of these type of sentences is base verb. And another point that we need to keep in mind is these type of sentences do not usually have subject. This is because subject is understood that it is you. Now let's see some of the examples. Move out of my way. You're commanding the person who's in front of you to move out. So it is an imperative statement. You're commanding. Now let's look into some of the positive and the negative type of these sentences. First we have stop. Well, here you might be confused because stop should end with an exclamation because you're exclaiming. So in these type of scenario, understand the sentence and then judge that which type of the sentences are. So the negative form of this statement would be do not stop. Now moving on to our last type, the exclamatory sentences. Well, these type of sentences usually express strong emotions. They surprise you. They exclaim their feelings and always ends with an exclamatory mark. The word order of these exclamatory sentences are what added with adjective followed with noun, subject and verb. And the other form of these sentences would be how followed with adjective or adverb. Then we have subject and verb. Let's look into some of the examples. First we have what a liar he is. Well, in this type of statement, you are expressing your anger for the person you are referring to. Now let's look into another example. What an exciting movie it was. Well, in this statement, you are expressing your joy, your fun time that you had. Both these statements express your feelings, your emotions. Hence, they are called to be as an exclamatory sentences. So with that, we have reached to the final moment of our video. That's all for now. See you in the next one. Thank you.